That sounds like a good transition point and everything, because you mentioned some of the music you sent me and everything. We was rocking off this autobiography and everything. So kind of tell us a little bit about that, because I want people to hear that.
Oh, so growing up, I had a very interesting life. I was a runaway teen. I was a homeless teen. I was in and out a couple of group homes. Um, my dad, my mom was a single parent. I have two older sisters. Their dad is Jewish. He passed away, and then that's when my mom met my dad. And we went through abuse at the hands of our mother. And because of that, like I said, I was a runaway teen. So that's another reason why I gravitated to hip hop, and that's another reason why I became a writer, because I was able to express my feelings through writing and poetry and song. And I wanted to. I started off because I have a sister-in-law that's a writer, and we were going to put a book out, and that kind of fell to the wayside. And I was like, wow, I want to do an autobiography, but I want to put it to music. So my nephew, who's a producer, he gave me a track, and I was like, yeah. I said, this is perfect for my autobiography. So basically, I just, through the verses, I just talk about my story, of how I was a homeless teen, and how when I met my son's father, he was abusive. So I was abused by my mother. And then after that, I was a runaway. So I was on the street. So I was abused by a variety of different men. Being a young girl on the street, I was subjected to rape, and um, I was sold into prostitution. Um, and a lot of people don't know that. So I expressed that in my autobiography of JIGGIE. And eventually I met my son's father. He was abusive. When I was 7 months pregnant, I had a black eye. So I went through a lot of different challenges. And through it all, I feel like if I had nothing else, I had hip hop. I I felt like that was my first love. Although God is my first love, but for a minute I I stopped believing in God, because when my mom would abuse us, she would incorporate God in it. She would say that God told her to do it because we had demons. So it was a very interesting experience, I must say. Um I wound up going to college, and Uncle Luke helped me through that. Actually, he purchased a lot of my books, because when I signed to the label, I had just started college, and he saw to it that I finished. So I did graduate while I had my record deal, and I majored in psychology. And once I took that major, it changed my life. College really changed my life. It made me look at my mother in a different light. It made me look at what happened in her life to make her do the things that she did to her girls. And so in the autobiography, that's why in the hook I say, you want to walk in my shoes, think again. Every day I thank God again. I have no choice but to give God the glory, because so many times I came close to death. I mean, like I said, I was sold into prostitution. I had guns put to my head. I was, I was kidnapped. Um, One day, the mafia snatched me up off the street, threw me in a car. It was a mistaken identity. They was about to kill me because they thought I was somebody else. And they looked at the mob boss, and they shook their head no, like that's not her. So they threw me out the car. Like it's a lot of stuff that I've been through, and that's why I said by the grace of God, I'm in my right mind. By the grace of God, I could have been a crackhead. I could have been a dope fiend. I could have been an alcoholic. You know, I lived in a house with dope fiends, you know, so I could have been a lot of things and I wasn't. You know, God had a whole nother plan for me. And the whole point of me doing that song and telling my story is because I want other people to know, regardless to what you're going through, you don't have to be in that place. Never let nobody tell you, oh, you ain't never going to be shit. Never let nobody tell you, oh, you used to be this, you used to be that. Oh, you still that person. No, you're not. You're greater than the person that you was, because God has a whole nother plan for us, you know, and we just gotta keep going, keep pushing forward. And like I said, it just wasn't my time. I have 1,000 stories where I came close to death, and Satan tried to use somebody to take me out, but it just wasn't my time. I'm supposed to be here for this time right now.
Beautiful, beautiful. Nothing else to do. Let's go ahead and play it. This is the autobiography by Jiggy G. We'll be right back with you on the storm.
Yeah. Never judge a book by its cover, baby. You never know what somebody has gone through or what somebody is going through in their life.